to the Friday edition webcast of thelantern.com. I'm Molly Gray. Today we'll be taking a look at two of Ohio State's most popular people with exclusive interviews with the president of the university and basketball star Evan Turner coming later in the webcast. Ohio State President Gordon Gee came to the Lantern newsroom Tuesday to address student questions from our editorial staff regarding the recently proposed tuition increases that the Lantern reported last week. Gee said that he stands by the need to raise tuition after a 3-year freeze for in-state undergraduate students. Gee said that despite the probable increase, Ohio State will remain among the lowest of Ohio's premier universities. The proposed increase amounts to 7% by autumn quarter and will be voted on by the Board of Trustees in May. Last quarter, the Lantern reported on a parking scandal at Ohio Stadium. Landing a prime parking spot for tailgating at the Shoe requires a $5,000 donation to the university. After an audit last year determined that collection of that fee had been loosely enforced, the university sent letters to spot owners saying that they would be forced to give up their spot if they did not pay the fee before the start of the season. Gee said that he did not think the university handled the discrepancy well. There will be more changes to football atmosphere than just parking spots when Ohio State switches to semesters. A subcommittee of the Ohio State Athletic Council presented a ticket reallocation plan Tuesday. The Finances and Facilities Subcommittee proposal recommends that the number of faculty and staff tickets for each game remain the same, but that the alumni tickets become more concentrated in the first 3 non-conference games, rather than the first 2, allowing for more students to go to games that will now be played after school starts. For a detailed breakdown of the current and proposed ticket distribution, please visit thelantern.com. We'll now go to Allie Kramer for a look at Buckeye athletics.
The Ohio State baseball team rallied to beat Xavier on Wednesday 12-7. Senior Ryan Dew connected for a 3-run home run in the first inning. The Buckeyes play at home versus Indiana this weekend in a 3-game series. Buckeye guard Evan Turner announced Wednesday that he will be foregoing his senior season at Ohio State and enter the NBA draft. Turner said he is excited and feels fortunate to be turning over a new leaf as he enters the next stage of his career. We'll now go to Zach Meisel with the man himself.
You said it's been a tough process the last few weeks. Who did you seek advice from throughout when you're making your decision?
I definitely just, asked a couple of, teammates what they thought. I talked to my mom a little bit. I talked to Coach Mata. At the end of the day, it's my decision. I was in, deciding between 2 different situations and 2 great situations where it's a personal decision. It's all about what I wanted and what I thought was important.
Would your mom tell you throughout the process? Was she encouraging you one way or the other, or just telling you to listen to yourself?
Just follow your heart, I have to live with the decision. And, I'm a grown man, and I can make my own decisions now, and that's pretty much it.
Today, I know you're kind of subdued. You're disappointed to leave your teammates, and you love college. We get that, but there's got to be some excitement in there to go to the next level, and something you don't. It's really an unknown.
I'm definitely. I feel lucky. I'm really excited. How many people get to live out their dreams? And I know a lot of people always say do what makes you happy, and there's a lot of people out there right now doing something that they hate doing. And I had an opportunity to make basketball my living, and I have the opportunity to kind of take my own, my own life in my own hands, and be as good as I want to be.
And I'm sure you'll keep close relationships with these guys. What about David Lighty? He's been here and seen so many teammates leave early, and now he's the main guy next year. What kind of role do you think he'll play for the younger guys?
I think he'll play a great role. He's always been a leader. He's always been a great player, and I think he's going to keep elevating and keep getting better.
Any idea who will play point guard for the Buckeyes next year?
I don't know. Maybe Jared Sullinger.
Thanks,
no problem.
The men's track and field team looks to sweep Michigan in the duel on Saturday at Jesse Owens Stadium at 11 o'clock a.m. Back to you, Molly.
Thanks, Allie. Columbus City Council unanimously approved an ordinance Monday afternoon to ban texting while driving. The ordinance, which goes into effect May 5th, will make texting while driving a misdemeanor crime with a fine of up to $150. The ordinance also includes emails or web browsing from handheld devices. That's all we have this week. Make sure and check thelantern.com next week for all of Ohio State's news, and I'll see you next Friday.